East Canadian veterans I spoke to served in the Army, the Navy, and the Air Force. I asked them their last question, and I got a variety of answers. And the question was, all things taken into consideration, would you do it again?
I don't know.
Yep.
You see, you were protecting your own home soil.
That's right, that's true.
We went over there as volunteers. I don't know. I'd have to wait till the time till it actually happened. Would I be willing to go over to another country which is foreign to me, or would I say, that's your fight, fight it out? Of course, anybody attempted to attack Canada, I'd take up arms.
So you're just saying the same things I did. Yes, you would.
I would.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes,
in
I'm
a
sure
different
you would.
way.
Yeah, in a different way.
But of course, knowing I don't think the next World War will be fought on conventional weapons.
Be optimistic. I was going to say be optimistic and assume that there never will be another world war because of the implications.
I hope to God there never will be.
So do I. So do I. You're 18 again now. Would you do it again?
No.
Well, that's an honest answer. I would have to
Knowing what I know now, certainly I wouldn't go.
There's no glory in war.
That's right.
Absolutely none.
None at all.
You see your friends or anybody, just anybody being killed. That's nothing to look at.
No, no.
And to remember and to be able to, and to have to do it yourself. No glory there either. No, none whatsoever.
No.
It's a job that is unfortunate, had to be done, and we had to go and do it. But boy, we didn't. It's not glorifying in any way, shape, or form.
If the youth today could really understand what the youth in the past did, so that they would have peace and harmony as we have it here in this country, not so much in Asia and Africa, but what we have here in Canada, they've said it's not the best, but it's pretty damn good when you think of the rest of the world, what they have today.
Well, I have two particular reasons. I was, during the war, was bombed out of my home, was spent virtually every night in 41, 42 in an air raid shelter. And although I wasn't old enough to be in the war, by being a civilian in the war, we had no choice. The second part of the memory for me is the fact that indeed so much is owed. Many of the just a few years older than me died. Many of them were injured, traumatized by war. And although we don't glory in war and don't like war, we accept that those people really made a major effort. And Canadians can be very proud of the part they played in the Battle of Britain.
I wouldn't forget, because I think that from my point of view, I've got to go and reach the young people and some not so young, and tell them that you know, there is a price for peace, a price for having a country where you can celebrate Thanksgiving and Remembrance Day. And this is basically where I stand.
Well, I think it should be kept fresh in the memory of our youth that we were young too, and we had our youth. And we died by the thousands to give them the freedom they have enjoyed since. We also give them over 50 years of peace. We bought it with our blood. And that is quite an achievement for any nation to be able to say. 50 years of peace.
What we have today may not be what the youth today think is good, but it's a hell of a lot better than what they would have had we not won the war.
How to remember the ages of war, from the beaches of Dunkirk to the knock on the door. When they called to Canadians to take up the sword, young boys turned to soldiers and marched off to war. Take me from the farm, lead me to the runway. It won't do much harm away. I have seen the lights fading in the gunway. In a war we've learned to fight for a day. Sometimes it's so easy just to forget about the men and the women of time. While the world rolls around you, it's hard to think back to the brink of the end of mankind. Of freedom and justice, of everything learned, don't leave those memories behind. 'Cause I'm proud of those people and I'm proud of this land, and thank God for the veterans of time. 'Cause I'm proud of those people and I'm proud of this land, and thank God for the veterans of time.